Hey guys, Universal here, and today I'm finally making a tier list video because I've kept getting asked. I've done my research, so I say, because I've been testing out the fruits because they said they nerfed Leopard, but yeah, newsflash, it didn't really get nerfed. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know. I went out and tested these fruits. I figured out what I think is the best out of all of them. But let's go ahead and get into this tier list. First off, we got Bari. Bari, right now, I'm pretty sure it still doesn't even trap them inside of the bubbles, which kind of like takes away its whole shtick. But this is blockable. This is blockable. This is guard breaking, I'm pretty sure, but you're probably never gonna hit it in a real fight. But spikes is probably the one good skill. Actually, no, I'd say you could catch people more off guard with this right after like a Soru or something, but it still won't trap them in there. So overall the fruit's like you could probably land a hit, but like I mean, probably only one move and like it's extremely low damage. So honestly, low-key, I put it in F tier. I low-key put it in F tier. Now. Obviously, you already know Do going straight up here because it's just ridiculous how well every skill synergizes with each other. Literally, the whole like the fruit literally there's basically a one-shot combo, but like the fruit basically completely true combos into basically every other move, which makes Do so extremely busted. And it's just ridiculous. Now, I'm gonna like do them in order from what I think is worst to best, like in each category, so don't worry about that. I will sort them in what I think is worst to best. Grilled Dough being one of literally the best combo starters in the game, dragging your opponent in and stunning them to where you can combo start is ridiculous. And then there's like a strat going around where you use this and then you immediately follow up with Anemone, and then you throw another Grilled Dough, and there's like, unless you're using like Leopard, there is quite literally nothing you can do about the strategy. Well, unless they're like super close, then you can just like throw a skill at them too, which is like the counterplay to it. But if they don't have counterplay to it, they're gonna eat like a 1200 damage combo, which is stupid. Oh my god, it's so dumb. But anyways, Doe just has great synergy, has, in my opinion, what is quite literally the best ult in the game. Frame one, grab, startup. It's just stupid. Can get you out of basically anything. Iframes the whole time. It's just insane. Best ult in my opinion. But anyways, that's enough out of that. Quake. This fruit is definitely usable. I think it's like top of A tier. I don't think it's S tier because the fruits I'm gonna put in S tier just have way more synergy, way better like combo strings overall. Quake's more of a spam fruit, and if you're really good at the game, you could probably pull off some wins against some people who are using better fruits but are worse than you at the game. But the fact that there are no real actual combos, and the ult is so bad. It's so easy to jump over. It is so sad. But I'm still praying for the Quake buff, man. I hope it gets it. Or maybe like an Awakening. Maybe like Quake gets combined with Dark or something, like Blackbeard or something. Maybe that would save it. The only real saving grace in these kits is like Island Shake and Eruption. Those are like the best moves in the kit. But other than that, it's kind of mid. Because Slam, you can literally dodge it based off hearing the sound cue. And it's just easy to read. Plus, if you can just hold a move at the ground where they're going to try to land on you, and then bam, you can counter them just like that. It's really not that hard. But yeah, Quake's A tier. It's not bad. Not as bad as like B tier fruits and stuff. Flame F tier. Yeah, no, this fruit's trash. It needs a rework. Like it's sad. Let me see. Where's Flame? Right here. Yeah. Fire Fist, blockable. Fire Gun, crazy amounts of startup, blockable. Pillar goes through block, but like you have to be so close to your opponent that like if you get this close to your opponent, they're just gonna like end up comboing you. Plus, you can't even combo after this, I'm pretty sure, which is trash. Beam is good. This guard breaks if it explodes on the ground, but if you just shoot it at them and it goes past them, it won't guard break them. But it's like the only good move in the kit. And then you have Inkai, which is extremely easy to dodge, and you have the Flight, which is good for like running away. It's but it's not the best. Overall, the fruit has one viable move. Actually, it has one viable move, and it does some decent damage. Plus, you can run away from people. So I'll give Flame D tier, even though it's really F tier. It's trash. First S tier, we got Gravity. Though this fruit only has like 4 usable moves in the kit, which is push, launch, and then avalanche plus shoot. It's still really good. If you know how to kite, it's super annoying. Push guard breaks, so if you push somebody, like no pun intended, you just get priority over them unless they just have a better fruit with the counterplay. So it's just like Doe or something, which is like easy counters against gravity. But you know, other than that, and then you have the avalanche shoe combo, which is great for just putting pressure on your opponent. But the thing about gravity is it's literally countered by holding F, and then when they close gap, you use a skill that counters their skill, and then they're just put in a terrible spot because a gravity user can't fight you off. That's the only problem. And the combo they have does like 300 damage at most. And Planetary Devastation locks you in place, takes forever to do it, and is blockable, so that's just trash. Great Meteor tells your opponent where it's gonna land and is blockable for some reason. Just complete trash. They just need buffs. Honestly, Gravity could be good if it just got certain buffs. If Planetary Devastation didn't lock you in place, it has the potential to be good, but nah, it's just not it right now. Phoenix. Oh my god, this fruit is so amazing. Phoenix, not the base, obviously. The base is somewhat decent. Still better than like Flame and stuff like that. I'd say the base is like B tier, maybe high C tier, but it's still usable. But the mode, oh my god, this mode is insane. The one skill Fuji Azami, the hitbox is stupid with good stun. Hawk Rush is great for like hiding, running away, and starting your combos, depending on what fruit your opponent is using. Phoenix Rush is one of the best skills in the game. This thing has a stupid hitbox, though it is blockable, but it still has just a stupid hitbox. And then just combo extend straight into Bluebird or the one skill if you wanted to. And Bluebird is, that's alright. You gotta use it after the 3 skill if you want the 200 damage to actually land, because otherwise people will usually just dodge it unless they're already holding a skill. But despite this, that it's completely dependent on transformation, the fruit itself is extremely good. Next up we have Ice. Nerf Ice would have been up here in Z tier because, you know, it has an infinite combo. But current Ice, I'll give it about C tier. The combo isn't bad with Ice. I think you can use Partisan in the M1 combos, but the thing is, it's starting the combo that's the problem. You have to land like Ice Age or Ice Dragon. Now, Ice Age has a really good hitbox, but it's the like following up after Ice Age, you have to immediately try to do an Ice Dragon, I'm pretty sure, to get them to a wall. If you can't get them to a wall, the combo is literally sold and you like it doesn't work. But I'm pretty sure they nerfed a lot of it, so like the infinite combo doesn't work, and a lot of the stun like will get you punished because of how close you are to your opponent. So Ice is like more usable than Flame, don't get me wrong, but it's still not good. This fruit, right? Oh my god. Give it D tier because it's still technically usable if you're like really good, but it is literally countered by holding F. It's better than Flame, don't get me wrong, but it's literally countered by holding F. Go watch my light showcase if you really don't believe me, or I think I did like a light 1v1 video after that somewhat, but literally, let me go look at the moveset real quick. Yeah, blockable. Not blockable, but has so much startup that dodging it is the easiest thing in the world. This is blockable. I don't know why this is blockable, because it's a grab, but it's blockable. This is blockable. Really don't know why. It really should not be blockable. And Jewels of Light, completely blockable. Yeah. And then the flight, it isn't even one of the fastest flights in the game. Light does not have one of the fastest flights in the game. Dragon is borderline faster than this thing. Like, I legitimately think it is. I know for a fact the Leopard ground transformation is faster. It's just bad, bro. Light needs just a rework, or just subtle buffs, actually. Subtle buffs would get this fruit so much further than it is right now. Next up, we got Magma. I'll put it above Gravity for its ability to fight higher tier fruits, because I've beaten plenty of people with high tier fruits with Magma, because it's just the combos go stupid. Being able to push with your 5 skill while blocking is like amazing. The 2 skill has a great hitbox, so you could just throw it out from afar, and sometimes you can still get behind their block, and it's a great initiator, and it can also be used in combos. It's just the kit flows well, it has great synergy, and you can get about every move in one combo depending on what you start with. So it's a really good fruit. I definitely mess with it. I had a whole series on it, and I love that series. Next up we got Bomb. I'll give it B tier. It has some really good guard breaks in its kit. Grenade Blaster. There's like a really good bomb combo. Leap actually does damage, but you can really just fly away from somebody with this. Great running potential. Kick Bomb auto aims, and bam, it's a really good combo extender, especially when you have somebody near a wall. And then there's Howitzer Impact, also a really great combo extender when you have somebody near a wall. It's like really good for ones like in certain scenarios, but overall the fruit isn't that good. It can't compete with the high tiers, but it can compete with the other low tiers. I'll give it that for sure. Leopard. Yeah, I know a lot of you probably skipped to this point in the video and you bums for it. You should have watched. Anyways, Leopard, is at the top of Z tier. Best fruit in the game. The one-shot combo literally still works. Dough can get, like, it can counter. Dough is the one fruit that can, like, has counterplay to every fruit in the game, but Leopard has counterplay to Dough, which is what makes it so good. Like, the strategy of holding grilled dough and you're not able to do anything to a dough because they'll just snipe you with a grilled dough can literally be countered by Rokugan or your 6 skill, or no, your Rokugun's your 4 skill, my fault, or your 5 skill, the Rising Claw combo. They both give you iframes and a dough can't do anything about it. And it's just like the damage in every move is basically a combo extender, except the 5 skill, unless you have Claw Barrage, and then you can combo extend off of it, which is stupid, which is what gives it its one-shot combo. And then the fact that it also has 2 times mode regen, plus it has the passive of only needing to be over 20% to transform, meaning you'll basically always have the transformation in the fight, and the transformation lasts longer than regular transformations. It's just, the kit is amazing itself. Honestly, I do want the fruit to get nerfed a little bit because, like, there's no in lag after the M1s, but that just could be because it has special M1s. But right now, the fruit is kind of in a busted spot right now. They're probably going to do a bouncy hunting video soon, and I can't wait to do that because it's going to go stupid. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to go stupid. But, you know, overall, the fruit is extremely good. It's wild. Yeah, I'm going to move on to the next one, though. It's definitely the best fruit in the game, in my opinion, right now. Paw. I'm putting it at bottom of S tier. Definitely better than Quake. I honestly don't feel like it's better than Gravity. Some people could say it's better than Gravity. If you're really good, it could be better than Gravity. But the thing is, Gravity can air camp it extremely easy, and every other fruit that I'm going to put above it is just literally better than the fruit. And the thing about Gravity is, like, most of the moves can be used off the ground. And with Paw, you have to hit them on the ground with your 2 skill and catch them off guard. Though they do have to land sometimes, so obviously it's still possible to catch them. But more times than not, you'll end up eating a push or a launch or whatever when you try to push them. So it's just, in my opinion, it's below Gravity just because it literally has counterplay to it. But, you know, it's still a good fruit, don't get me wrong. It's still S tier. It's still way better than Quake. Oh, the Quake slander, oh my. Anyways, next up we got, I'll put Dark in about A tier. This fruit actually has combos, but, like, some of its combos aren't completely true, and they don't flow the best, because, okay, it has one of the best skills in the game. Like, literally, where's the skill at? Not Black World. Yeah, Kurozu, best skill in the game. Goes through block, bypasses block, grabs them, free damage, and if they block, it doesn't bypass block, my fault. It guard breaks them. So, yeah. And ever since the buff of them giving Dark Hall iframes when you're under the ground, it's a really good skill. But when you pop up, it doesn't true combo until the explosion when you come from under the ground, which kind of holds the fruit back. But if you can get trees with Liberation, and then you can use Kurozu, and then the ult, I'm pretty sure, it can do upwards of like 500 damage in like 1 second. And it is stupid. But overall, in a long-term fight, it can't handle any of the high tier fruits, and it's still good, don't get me wrong, but honestly, I would still give Quake taking it over even Dark, because Dark's alright, but it ain't the best. Next up we got Sand. A lot of people try to say this fruit's really good, but the whole kit's blockable, and then the one move that isn't blockable takes like 10 years to, you know, actually do anything, which is Spada. So yeah, I'm surprised this ult is blockable. If this ult wasn't blockable, the fruit would definitely be much better to me. I could definitely see me putting it up in D, maybe C. But just because like the whole kit is basically blockable, it's super easy to read, yeah, it's gotta go in F for me. Next up we got Smoke. Smoke actually has some pretty decent combos from what I know. I think I put it above Ice. It's just engaging with the fruit itself is not the best, and you have to get really close range. But if you can somehow catch somebody with like Firework, or I'm pretty sure you can start like some really crazy combos. Or no, it's Typhoon. No, is it Typhoon? Oh no, it's Whiteout. My fault. If you can catch them with Whiteout, then you can start some pretty like crazy combos. And I mean, it's alright. Don't get me wrong. The combos can do like 300 damage, is from what I've seen on a Smoke combo before, but at the end of the day, it's nothing crazy, nothing that'll get it to B for me. It is not comparing with Bomb. You already know. Low-key, the actual best fruit in the game, we got Chop. Nah, I'm trolling. Anyways, Chop's like down here at F tier. Apparently it's a Chop Infinite combo, but I'm pretty sure you can mash out of it depending on like ping difference and stuff, so that doesn't really matter. Because it's like completely based off M1s, and I'm pretty sure like whatever the first skill is. Let me go see real quick. Freaking Cannon, which has a super low cooldown. You have Grab, which isn't that bad, and then you have Chop Car. For trolling the fruits, like, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but like competitive wise, it can't compete with anything like above it necessarily. I'm not gonna lie to you. Next up, we got Dragon. Dragon, honestly, after the recent buff, I got it at the top of S tier because now the full Dragon combo is still true combo. Now it's actually a true combo, so it's like a 900 damage true combo now. The only thing holding it back for me is that it's still too dependent on Dragon Claw, and there's so much counterplay to Dragon Claw. You can literally hold so many moves to counter that move. If they gave it iframes, instant Z tier for me. But until they buff Dragon Claw and give it like iframes, like our Leopard Rokugan has iframes, it's gotta go in S for me because it's so easy to avoid. And the mode isn't anything special. You can literally block the 2, and then once their 2 skill is gone, they have literally no movement and they're basically a sitting duck. But the cool thing about the mode is it does last like 3 times longer than your average mode. Next up, we got TSR. For me personally, I got TSR right here. Sneezed, my fault. Anyways, I got TSR right below Magma just because of it's like the nerf recently. It just like put it a little bit lower for me since you don't have the infinite range. The infinite range would have gotten it probably above S. Like it would have probably been the top of S, like above Dragon for me if they still had the infinite range. But you can actually like play around their jet pistol and Soru out of it. And Magma just has better ways to combo start in my opinion with the 5 skill. And Phoenix just, oh my god, it is stupid. You can't run from it because the 2 skill's way faster than your Soru. And yeah, it's just the combos do a lot more damage that are true. But you know, don't get me wrong, TSR still goes extremely dummy. It's still a really good fruit. I just don't have it on the same level as the fruit above it. But it don't get me wrong, each fruit could beat each other either way. But from my personal experience, TSR is just better. Next up, we got Falcon. Honestly, low key, I want to put Falcon above Quake, but I'll put it right below Quake just for its damage. But the Falcon combos can do a lot of damage, like upwards of like 500, and then like I'm pretty sure every move loops into another if you have a wall. Now, if you don't have a wall, the 2 skill usually ends your combos because it launches them too far, or you have the 1 skill to follow up, and then you could like keep your combo going. But you know, it's way too good for an uncommon fruit. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's way too good because it has this like it has the grilled dough type pull on its 1 skill, which is stupid. It has this flying. Wing Cyclone is just Fuji Azami, which you can combo extend off of depending on your circumstance. And then there's Falcon Punch, which literally drags them in. And sometimes if you turn in a weird direction, you can get behind their block, and it's weird. It's annoying when you get hit by it, but you know. I got it above like Dark and combo potential and such, so you know, gotta put it all the way up there. Goro, Z tier, obviously. It's still behind Dough, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't have, like, Grilled Dough is just a way better combo extender than anything Goro has, which like keeps Grilled like Dough up there. Grilled Dough just, it's a universal skill. It's no pun intended. It's a great skill. It like can be used to fight literally any fruit, and there's not much you can do about it. But don't get me wrong, Goro combos still go crazy. I'm pretty sure it still has a combo of like upwards of 900 damage, probably in the 1000s. I haven't used it in a little bit now. The thing is, like, the 5 skill, it is a perfect skill. It is literally, you can't get out of it unless you're like Leopard and then you use like Rokugan and then you get straight out of it because iframes. But there aren't many other fruits that can do that, which is like what helps carry the fruit. And then your 2 skill and your 3 skill, like, you can loop them in a combo, and it's really nice. Most of the times though, your 4 skill with all the orbs charge, it goes like probably the most stupid in the entire kit. And if you can start your combo off with that, because it's an extremely easy move to hit. Don't get like with 4 orbs, oh my, Goro hits hard. Do not get me wrong, do not sleep on this fruit because it hits hard. But you know, I just think overall those combo like starting potential compared to this is like it's better. And then Leopard is just in a whole nother tier. I'm not gonna lie to you, Leopard and Dough are in a whole nother tier to me. But Raigo's still pretty good too. Really broken hitbox, forces your opponent to play around it and run away from you, especially since it bypasses block. But you know, overall it's still a great fruit. Don't get me wrong, it's still in Z tier. It's still a top 3. It's an amazing fruit. I got it like over everything below it. but you know, you can still beat it like with other fruits. That's the thing about these fruits. Like anything in S tier is it's possible to beat some stuff in Z tier. I would stop at like TSR to like for stuff that can beat stuff in Z tier, because like after TSR you're not beating Leopard with gravity or paw. It's just not happening. But at TSR and upwards, you could probably beat like one of the mythical fruits depending on the skill level of the person that you're fighting. Next up, we got gas. I'll put it in B tier, above bomb. It's a pretty good fruit, but the thing about it is the combos aren't really true at all, and it has no actual good way to initiate. So that like heavily it reduces my like opinion on the fruit itself. As you can see, you got blue sword. It's a great guard break, don't get me wrong. It's a decent way to initiate because you can get in ones off of it and it leaves them with burn. So it is a decent little bit. Suffocation is a great combo extender. I usually follow it up with combustive gas, and then you can go probably into blue sword. This is your real only hope of like starting a combo from any type of range. But if you can land it, don't get me wrong, you can do a lot of damage. But the thing that holds it back is like it has 3 attacking moves, and then it has this relaxing gas, which your opponent can just not go in it. So yeah, that just holds it back. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool concept for a move, obviously, but your opponent could just not go in it, and that's just a waste of a move. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Still a good fruit, but it's not Falcon tier. Falcon is still stupid to me. I'm not gonna lie, it should probably get nerfed, especially since it's an uncommon, and I could realistically get it above Quake. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But next up, we got Magnet. This is the actual top of S tier because I've tested it. It is insane. Honestly, you could probably get it to Z tier, but I haven't like fought enough Goros with it to want to put it up there. And it's like it has extreme counterplay. It's stupid. The combo does around like 800. No, my fault. I'm overstating it. 700 to 800 damage. And you know, the one skill with the metal arms, it works basically like real dope, but with an even stupider hitbox. And even though it's blockable, you could just pull up with Cyclone and then force them to unblock, starting your combo. And then Punk Prison is, oh my, if you don't know how to dodge it, it goes through block and then pulls you in from crazy ranges. So it's a great move for spamming to like get yourself out of combos, because your opponent won't be able to dodge it because they're doing moves on you, plus it guard breaks and bypasses block. So you know, they can't really do anything about that, and you know, it is what it is for them. And last but certainly not least, we have Rubber. And fruit is, you know, pretty decent, I won't lie to you. It's not the best because I've seen the combos. It's not the best. It has no real true combos, but you know, it does decent in fights. I don't really want to give it a high ranking because pistol is like easy to read around and stuff and like that. So you know, it can't really do much. But you know, it's a decent fruit. The mode is literally infinite, so it helps that. But overall, the fruit's not the best. But anyways, this is my tier list. Leopard has now taken over the whole thing, and Magnet has risen to the top of the legendaries. So you know, it was a W update, but like the power creep is getting kind of crazy. But that's my tier list. You guys were asking for it, so yeah, I explained my opinion on all the fruits I ranked. That's it for the video. See you guys in the next one. Peace.